Hey everybody, I'm back. Previously, we tackled a question about whether or not Bloom is a multiband compressor. This time, I'm gonna keep the ball rolling with this. Is Soothe 2 a de-esser? No, at least not in a traditional sense. Can you use Soothe to deal with sibilance? Of course. A distinction I like to make is, does the sibilance sound ugly or is it just too loud? And on that matter, what even is sibilance? Let's have a look. Listening to sustained sibilance, we find that it closely resembles white noise. But it's being filtered by everything that's happening in and around the singer's mouth. Now my S has these resonances here, because that's just how my face is. Now since Soothe is a resonance suppressor, we would expect it to deal with my S sound by clearing up the strongest resonances and leaving the rest of the signal alone. And we can verify that's what it absolutely does. I can adjust the sharpness and selectivity here to fine-tune the exact shape of the reduction, but Soothe will always aim to reduce resonant peaks instead of turning down the whole signal when it gets too harsh. And here we arrive at the main point of this video. When we process lead vocals in most modern genres, we are slamming the vocal with a healthy amount of compression and saturation. As we're bringing up the low-level details with these tools, sibilance tends to get boosted and starts to poke out from the mix. Now Soothe is great for cleaning up ugly and resonant-sounding sibilance, but sometimes, maybe even most of the time, the sibilance sounds okay, but is simply too loud. And here, you'd be better served by using a more traditional de-esser or even manually cutting up and turning down the sibilance in your DAW. Let's listen to this mix right here.
I know you have my best in mind, but this is way beyond you and I. So don't you try to cheer me up or figure me out, 'cause I'm not gonna stop.
You can hear that the sibilance is poking out from the mix at times. Let's have a closer look in solo.
I'm not gonna stop. I know you have my best in mind.
You can definitely see the sibilance here on the spectrum as this very wide noise-like pattern with no clear resonances.
Cheer me up or figure me out, 'cause I'm not gonna stop.
Now, let's try Soothe on it.
I'm not gonna stop. I know you have my best in mind, but this is way beyond you and I. So don't you try to cheer me up.
And now we can hear that sibilance turn into fibilanth. And that's not really down to Soothe. We can try a multiband de-esser and observe a similar result.
I'm not gonna stop. I know you have my best in mind, but this is way beyond you and I. So don't you try to cheer me up or figure me out, 'cause I'm not gonna stop.
Okay, let's try a simple wideband de-esser instead, that just ducks down the whole signal whenever sibilance occurs.
I'm not gonna stop. I know you have my best in mind, but this is way beyond you and I. So don't you try to cheer me up or figure me out, 'cause I'm not gonna stop.
And in this case, it seems to work the best. The sibilance doesn't turn into mush, it's just now proportionally balanced with the rest of the track. So, right tools for the job. Ugly sounding sibilance, use resonance suppression like our Soothe plugin. Sibilance sounding okay, but too loud after all your processing. Stick a wideband de-esser in there to get it back under control. Okay, so is Soothe a de-esser? No. Can it help shape sibilance to make it sound more pleasing? Yes. And that's it for this video. If you have any other questions about how our plugins work, go ahead and post them in the comments. Take care now, and I'll see you next time.